After I won the lottery, my family insisted that I give half of the winnings to my older sister, and I said no. Can you imagine finding out your entire life was a lie? That the people who were supposed to love and protect you would casually, ruthlessly, destroy your one chance at freedom. All because you wouldn't let them steal your dreams. That's exactly what happened to me the day they shredded my winning lottery ticket. I was 7 years old when I first understood what it meant to be invisible in your own home. My sister had just brought home a report card with straight A's, and my parents threw an impromptu celebration. Cake from the bakery, calls to relatives, the whole production. That same week, I got A's and B's. My report card sat on the kitchen counter for 3 days before my mother finally glanced at it and mumbled, "That's fine, honey," without looking up from her phone. I learned early not to expect applause. My sister was 3 years older, and from my earliest memories, she occupied a space in our family that I could never reach. When she made the honor roll, my father would beam, telling anyone who'd listen. When I made the honor roll 2 years later, he'd just nod and say something about keeping it up. It wasn't malicious, not exactly. It was more like I existed in a different category altogether, one that simply didn't warrant the same attention. Our house was comfortable, the kind of middle-class suburban home where nothing was ever quite enough, but nothing was ever truly lacking either. My father worked in insurance, my mother was a dental hygienist. They weren't wealthy, but they weren't struggling. They had dreams for their daughters, though it became painfully clear those dreams had a hierarchy. I remember one evening when I was maybe 10. My sister had just been accepted into some advanced academic program, and my parents were discussing how they'd need to budget for the extra tutoring costs. I mentioned, almost timidly, that I'd won second place in the school science fair. My project on water filtration had taken me weeks. My mother smiled vaguely and asked my sister if she needed new clothes for the program orientation. The conversation moved on. I stared at my plate and felt something harden inside my chest, small and cold.